Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to our podcast with Professor Joe Wong at the University of Toronto, Department of Political Science, and also the Vice President International. Important guy, but down-to-earth guy. And, I mean, you might be watching our YouTube video right now. You might be listening to the podcast. And for those who are regular listeners and whatnot, you know that I like to do a little writing exercise. So Professor Wong mentioned creative writing, and some of my writing exercises are based on creative writing prompts. And I reflected a little bit on what it was like for me to be an international student and some of the international students I know. And I know when you first come to a country, it can be exciting, but there is also a point where you start to miss home. And I thought, I would create a writing exercise around that. And so the goal of this exercise is really to tap a little bit into your memories. And so for me, I think something I missed was food or certain TV shows or music or things like that. So I want you to pick something from your home country, or maybe your hometown. Maybe you just moved away from your hometown. Think of something that brings you a sense of nostalgia. So I'm going to choose pizza because first of all, my name rhymes with pizza. Second of all, when I lived in China, pizza is very different, and I kind of missed pizza. So choose your item, your food, your song, your moment, something you used to do, choose it, and just sort of like hold it in your mind. And now I want you to maybe set a timer for 1 minute and write down a list of adjectives and or nouns that relate to this item. So I'm going to just pause for a moment. You can set a timer for 1 minute and write down as many adjectives or nouns associated with your piece of nostalgia. So mine is going to be pizza. Okay, so I'll share with you my list and then I'll tell you the next step. So I wrote down a few things that when I think of pizza, and I think of pizza, let's say at home in Alberta where I grew up. Ham and pineapple, that's my dad's favorite. Family, cheesy, steaming, pepperoni, spicy, movie night, beer, Friday night, laughs. So now you have your list. I want you to choose at least 5 words from this list that you can link directly to a positive memory about your item. So in my case, pizza. So again, maybe just pause for a moment. So I've chosen my 5 words: ham and pineapple, family, Friday nights, laughs, movie night. So you have your 5 words. And now I kind of want you to use these words as a writing prompt. So think about the memory or a memory that includes these 5 words. And this time I want you to set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes and write out your memory. So give it a try, and then I'll tell you the final step. So I'll share a little bit of what I wrote. Ham and pineapple is my dad's favorite pizza. We didn't always make it, but when we did, he had a big, excited smile on his face. And he still does today. I remember the process of making pizza after school. Maybe my mom had made the dough, or we would come home and it would be my responsibility to make the dough. And then my brother would make the best sauce. It was so garlicky. And maybe my little brother, he would grate the cheese because it was an easy job. And my other brother and I would chop things like pineapple and onions and green peppers and tomatoes. And I loved Greek pizza, so I always wanted feta cheese. And my middle brother, okay, he was a bit of a chef. So he would make this really yummy hamburger garlicky topping. And at the end of it, we would have 4 beautiful pizzas for 5 very hungry people. We would gather around the table. My mom would drink a beer, which was unusual. And we might get some pop, which was exciting. And if we were really lucky, we would go downstairs and bring our pizza and watch football or some other sporting event, or maybe a family movie. I think the thing I remember most of all is just being together and how all those things, making the pizza together, eating the pizza together, sharing a moment together, how the pizza brought us together as a family. And funnily enough, fun fact, my brothers and I, we all are very good pizza makers. And on the first dates, or a lot of the early dates that each of us had with our spouses or people we cared about, we made pizza. So it's really important to our family. So what I want you to do is, after you've sort of written down this memory, is put it somewhere close to you so you have something to remind you of home. But also, if you're missing home, think about how can you recreate some of these things in your new home or your new country. Is there a way to make pizza? I know my Italian friends and I, when we lived in China, we would order pizza once in a while and gather around it with wine. And it did remind me a lot of being at home and having pizza. And same for them, because pizza is really important to them. Or maybe you can replicate that gathering around an event or cooking together. Maybe there's some part of that memory that you can create in your new home. So that's what I challenge you to do this week. And I hope that writing exercise and our podcast has helped you to adjust a little bit more and to know more about being an international student. And I also hope that you'll feel a little less homesick. So we really appreciate you listening to today's show. To find out more about PFAU Academic Writing, check out our website at www.fau.ca or follow us on social media at PFAU_academic writing. If you need any extra support with your academic studies or writing skills, send us a message anytime. We look forward to helping you reach your full potential on the page and in life.